What's good? It's your boy K Flex. I'm back here with another video, and today the Miami Dolphins lost a playoff game to the Buffalo Bills. Now, real quick, shout out if you like this video before you even heard it. Since let's get into the video. Miami Dolphins lost, and listen, to be quite honest with you, we were never supposed to win this game. I haven't actually been mad because more so I was angry whenever Tua was out for season, like when it was clear that he was never coming back. I pretty much let all my rage go then because I knew we weren't going to win a Super Bowl at that point because our starting quarterback's out, Teddy Bridgewater, and I also realized that Teddy Bridgewater just like wasn't good and he doesn't care about football or something, like he doesn't want to play either, and then he got injured. And then once I understood that Skylar Thompson is going to have to be the guy to carry us, and me knowing or thinking I knew Skylar Thompson at that time, I had already got all my anger out. So I wasn't even angry during this whole game. I watched it for a majority of the game, like I knew we had no shot, but then we actually had a shot and I got really excited, and then they just tore my heart out again. Now, I don't want to hear anybody blame Skylar Thompson for this loss. I personally thought Skylar Thompson was absolutely trash, but he actually showed something today. He actually showed up, first of all, and he actually played as well as he probably could have played when you consider his pedigree or where he was drafted. Like, obviously, Brock Purdy's a nice story, but that's like a once-in-a-lifetime type of thing. Skylar Thompson's a 7th-round draft pick, rookie quarterback, having to try to compete against the Buffalo Bills in Buffalo, for him to be able to, for our offense to be able to drop, or not even our offense, our team to be able to get 31 points, for us to have the opportunity to win, for him to make some of the passes he did make, and receivers was dropping balls on him, but not blaming them either. But for him to make some of the passes he did make, things of that nature, I can't really blame him. Again, if this was Tua, obviously then you might say more, you might be more critical. But I mean, this guy's a 7th-round draft pick. What was he supposed to do? Like, what did you expect him? He put up a good fight, and it got really interesting. And I ain't gonna lie, it is disappointing, but it's not nearly as disappointing as you would think. I'm not angry as you would think because Skylar, we came out and we fought, and we weren't supposed to win. Again, I was angry once Tua got his last concussion, and I realized he's not going to play again for the rest of the season. I let most of my rage go back then. These days, I'm not really that angry because, again, I understand that. Sorry, I'm trying to watch the Giants game too, but I understand that it is what it is. Even if we would have won this game, we weren't going to beat the Chiefs, or maybe we were. Who knows? If Scott Thompson would have had to completely turn everything around, but it was one of those things where it was like I kind of knew he was going to lose, but then at a point I had hope, and I just really wanted to beat the Bills. But it is what it is. So to break down the game, really, it started off as everybody would thought. We started off getting our ass beat, but then we actually started fighting. We actually started coming back, and our defense was getting a lot of turnovers. Xavier Howard was playing pretty good. Stephon Diggs had 100 yards in the first quarter, but after that, Xavier Howard started playing pretty good. Javon Holland was flying around. We were playing pretty good on defense, and we actually got to the game. We actually took the lead. We was winning 24-21, but it was a lot of dumb stuff going on. First and foremost, Mike McDaniel's a rookie coach, but that dude has to get his clock management a lot better. This dude is literally, we're in the huddle with 5 seconds, and it doesn't matter that we had a backup quarterback because it happens when Tua plays too. We're just in the huddle at with 10 seconds left, 7 seconds. It's we can't get to the ball, and one of the biggest plays of the game was a 4th and 1 on the drive to win the game. And on 4th and 1, we're in the huddle with 5 seconds left. It's just incredible. It's how could you fuck up this bad? And it's bro, you've been coaching. This is your 18th game coaching now. Come on, we cannot keep making these same mistakes. But that's gonna be something that Mike McDaniel has to improve on a lot. But he had a good rookie season, I would say. But he needs to improve on that a lot. But yeah, again, Scott Thompson was missing people, but he also was doing some great passes that people were just dropping. He had several drops today, and then he was missing some people as well. But it was bro, honestly, he's gonna get a pass for whatever he kind of does wrong because bro, he's not even supposed to be on the NFL field, and everybody knows it. So it's not like he's a veteran backup or something. He's literally not supposed to be playing football right now. Everybody knows it. So for him to come out there and compete as well as he did, I was surprised. I don't really do moral victories, but I mean, it kind of just is what it is. I wouldn't say, oh, this is a great thing or this signifies something good for the future. It's more like, you know, it is what it is. I don't think there's a true quarterback controversy, even though I think there will be arguments this offseason about one. I think Tua's going to be a starter no matter what. I don't think there's anything Skylar Thompson did or could do in this offseason that would change that. But, yeah, Tua's going to be the guy, but there's be funny, I guess, Dolphins content about who should be starting, but it's going to be Tua. And I guess we'll just see next year what Tua can do. I mean, if he can stay healthy, he can stay healthy. If not, we would be in similar situations. I don't think it's a productive conversation to be like, hey, oh my God, but if Tua would have played with a one, I don't see like that. That makes me feel no bit better. I don't know how people can get off on being like, oh well, if Tua played, at least if Tua played, we would have won. It's like, okay, and he didn't play and we lost. So like, who cares? Like if my uncle was I mean, if my aunt had a dick, she would be my uncle. But I mean, that's not what it is. You feel me? Like, this is what I'm trying to say. Like, I mean, who cares? So anybody wants to be like, oh, if Tua would have played, who gives a fuck? He just didn't play. That's just we deal with reality. He did not play. He was not available. Teddy Bridgewater was available, did not play though. The guy that played was Skylar, and he played the best he could for his pedigree or for his. I mean, if you thought he was going to be Peyton Manning, he wasn't. The only knock I have against Skylar, and I don't know if this was like taught to him, but he just refuses to run the ball. And if you look at him in college, he had like a running ability. In the NFL so far, and this is just not this game. Every game I've seen Skylar play so far, he like doesn't want to run the ball. He acts like he's like a passer, like he's Tom Brady or something, like a statue in the pocket, and he just won't run the ball. Like, that's the thing that irritates me about him. Is like he can have so many yards ahead of him and he just won't run the ball, and I don't understand it for the life of me. I can't get it. I just don't know why. If he does run the ball, it's like the absolute last thing he could have did, and it's like way late, and he only gets like 3 yards. But if he has like a wide open lane, he just won't take it. And I'm just like, I don't understand like the logic. I don't understand why not. But it is what it is. Anyways, pretty good season. 9-8, made the playoffs, competed in the playoffs. Played a good playoff game, but again, I don't do more victory, so I don't really think that, oh, this is great, this was good enough, and oh, this we're gonna build off this next season. I don't think this game matters for next season. Next season will be a whole new season with whole new challenges. I do think it makes the most sense to keep Tua. I'm not the biggest fan of Tua because his availability concerns. I do fear that we'll have exact same season next year where we look great, but it's only a so amount of time until our quarterback gets injured again because he can't stay fucking healthy. Okay. So if we have the same similar things that happen again next year, it'll just be like a simulation. Okay, have the same repeated shit happen to the Dolphins. Ever since I was born, we still haven't won a playoff game, and we still always say it's everybody else's fault up and not the quarterback, even though he's not available. But if he was available, you know, we might have won. Who knows? I don't know. Again, it comes to the news, you guys think another loss, and it will make, what is it, 22, 23 seasons since playoff win for the Dolphins. And so I've never seen the Dolphins win the playoff game still to this day, and hopefully one day I do. Okay, shout out to the defense, shout out to Xavier Howard, Javon Holland, Christian Wilkins, Sealer, everybody on defense. Shout out to the offense, shout out to the whole team, coaching staff, and everybody. Everybody played with a lot of heart today, a lot of intensity. Even Bradley Chubb got a strip sack. You know, everybody played with a lot of heart, a lot of intensity. Just lost to the better team and played really, really great. And honestly, you know, shout out to the people that showed up. Now, if we get into next year, you know, we have to figure out what we're doing at the quarterback's position, because, I mean, if we're going to just roll out the same thing that we did this year and just pray to God Tua doesn't get injured, I mean, I'm fine with it, but it's just like I already know what's the result, okay? In the comments, you guys think, like, comment, subscribe, to 11K, I'm out.